Hello everyone, welcome to the channel Just Try, and today here we have come out with one very important and a very requirement of the hour video, that is how to e-file income tax. This time income tax filing is changed. So let's see how to file the income tax return, as the income tax return dates have opened up and income tax department has given us the full free access to their website so that we can do income tax filing. So let's start. So first what we are going to do is we have to write over here e-filing of income tax, and then we have to click on the option that the thing that is coming over here, that is e-filing portal link. So when I click on this link, e-filing portal, I will get this website that will open up. So when I'm getting this website, here we will find it's a e-filing portal. As we can see, the link is given over here, and over here we get the login option. Right, so here we are going to log in. So click on this login and we get loaded inside the income tax portal. Now here we get the login page. Here we will have to give the user ID. Once we give the PAN number, that is a user ID, but this continue button gets blue. Let's see how it happens. Now you can see, since I have given the complete PAN number, over here continue button that was not brightened has now brightened up, and here we can click on this continue option. As we click on the continue option, we get this screen where the PAN number is shown over here below login. Two things we have to do over here. Here we will have to give a tick on this please confirm your secure access message displayed above. Just give a tick over here and then you can give the password. As the password is written, the continue button becomes blue once again and we can click on this continue. So once we click continue, then I get this page. So once this page opens up, then what we are going to do, we are going to click on this drop down where select is written, that is income tax return, select assessment year. So we click on select. As we click on select, see from 1st June this option has come. So 25-26 current assessment year, we click on this. And then we get another option coming down, another drop down, that is select filing type. So over here we have two options, whether I am going to submit a original return or a revised return. So this is the original return that I am going to submit, so I click on original return. Now next option that I am getting over here is, are you audited under section 44AB or political party as per section 13A? Here we have to click no. So this no is selected, and then I have another option, that is select the ITR type, that is under select. When we click on it, we get two options, one is ITR 1 and one is ITR 4. So we click on ITR 1 for the salaried persons. So next we go to continue. So once I click on continue, I get this page. From here starts the new journey of 2025's ITR return filing. That is, till the last year what we had done is we went to the dashboard and we had got various steps where we will have to just put on all the datas, right? But here this time what they are doing is, here they have given you this page. Now in this page what we have to do is we have to click on these two options. See, we will have to attach our ITR return over here. Now this part has no function. Now what we have the function is in these two places. Okay, so first what we will do is we will be clicking on the second option. See what they have written for the in the information column. If you have not downloaded your pre-filled data, please click here to be redirected to the download pre-filled data page. So we click here and we get this page where this is a download pre-filled data page where we have select assessment here. We click on the drop down, we get the current assessment here, we click on the current assessment here and we download it. And it gets downloaded over here as you can see, and it is a JSON file. Now what we are going to do is we are going to get back because we have downloaded the pre-filled data. So we click on this back. Now again we will have to go to that page. So how will we go? We'll repeat the same process. From here, file now. We'll select again this original return, no, ITR type 1, continue. We get this page once again, and here we are going to now select this one. If you want to download offline utility for filing income tax return, please click here and you will be redirected to the download page. So we click here, and here we come, that is we will be having a page over here where it is written the assessment here is 2526, and here we have an option that you can see, that is utility Excel based. We are going to select this and we will again get a downloads that has come over here in the zip file. Right, now what we are going to do is this work is done. Now we will be going to the downloads, and from the downloads we will be opening up in this zip file. So I have gone to downloads and I have got this zip file. So here in the downloads I get this zipped file, and over here what we are going to do is we are going to extract the zip file. So we do a right click and we select extract all. Now once I select extract all, it gets downloaded in downloads. So I extract it. It's done. The extracted file is now opening. Extracted page comes here. So we will have to click on this. This is a macro enabled Excel sheet. So what we will have to do, just select this, then do a right click from your mouse and you will find over here this properties option. So click on this properties. You will have a unblock option over here. Now once you get this unblock option over here, select this unblock option and do a apply and then do OK. Once this is done and you double click to open this Excel, you will see a pop-up coming out. Just see, this is the thing that we wanted. So when this comes in, only then you can understand that yes, now we can do entries in this Excel sheet. Else you cannot do the entries in the Excel sheet other than the first few. Okay, so once this comes, do a OK. Now here the entire page is. Now let me just zoom it for you all so that you can see and understand. Now first thing that we are going to do in this Excel sheet is we will be importing prefill. So we click on this import prefill. Once we click on this import prefill, then this pop-up comes and over here we click on OK, as we have already downloaded the pre-filled that file that we had first downloaded. Okay, so I have clicked on OK. So it opens this page. I again go to downloads and the JSON file that had uploaded, see over here it's written .json. So this is the JSON file that has downloaded when I have clicked on pre-filled. So here I click on OK. Now it takes a little bit of time. You can see over here one by one all the details are being filled up, and you can see that everything gets filled up, and then it comes that it is not showing me nature of employment. Other than that, everything data they have given us. So I click on OK. So my first name, my last name, my PAN number, my Aadhaar number, my date of birth, my home address, everything has come down over here. It gets adjusting. Okay. Now what we are going to do is, we have the first work that we are going to do is, we will be clicking on this point, that is nature of employment, and since we are talking of salaried employees, so we are going to select over here. See, once we click on this, we get a drop down over here. I click on the drop down and I select others. Once I select others, and then I get this page settled. So it is salaried from any private organization. If I have to do it from any government organization or any PSUs, then there are options over here. You can select them. If you're a pensioner, then also options are there over here. So I am doing it for private organizations. So I'm clicking on others. Next, over here there are two options, that is, they have said that click on no, that is default given, if you want to do it in new tax regime, and if you want to go for old tax regime, then do a yes. So here I am today showing you old tax regime, so I am clicking over here yes. Again, see, the page gets adjusted. So and this page comes. Now here you will already get your email IDs written over here. If you have no data to be written in all these things, you can leave these places and you can continue. So now over here you will get your email ID, you will get your phone number, and here you will get filed under section 139(1), that is on or before the due date. So here always remember that in this we will have to fill up only the green written places. Okay, now if you have to write this over here, when you are clicking on import pre-fill, as we had already done, from there if you have any salary from your private organization, then that data also gets filled over here. Okay, since in my case here no data has been filled up and I am just showing you this, so I will be just writing down a random figure, say suppose 12 lakhs. Okay, so if you have any data to be written in the value of perquisites, then please write over here, and if you do not have, then write a 0. Okay, several pop-ups come in because they give you the information about what else you want to write in these columns. So click on OK. Now here, since I have nothing to write, I am writing a 0 over here, I am writing a 0 over here. If you have anything to be written, then please write in over here. The value of perquisites as per section 17(2), the profit in lieu of salary as per 17(3). So if you have anything from your company, you can write it over here. If you have got any retirement benefit from any outside countries, then please write the amounts over here. If you do not, then you can leave them. Now over here you have a column of nature of exempt allowances. Once you click on this place, you get a drop down. you get various options. As you can see, if you have to you can just come closer and you can see that there are various options: leave travel leave travel concession, remuneration received from the officials, death cum retirement gratuity received, etc. So there are various things. Say suppose I'm just showing you one. Say I have clicked leave travel allowance. When I'm clicking on leave travel allowance, so in this case what is happening, the amount column also I will have to fill it up. So here what we have to do is, here suppose I write 1 lakhs. Okay, now what is happening when I'm writing this 1 lakhs, see I just click it in another place. What is happening, my total salary was 12 lakhs as I have written over here, and here I am subtracting 1 lakh. See, it is given here less. So finally what is happening, it is coming over here as 11 lakhs. Okay, and on this 11 lakhs what we can see is that the deductions that are also being shown, that is the standard deduction is being shown. If you have any professional tax, then you have to write that. Usually 200 is a professional tax, so that is a standard professional tax. If anyone is having something more, then you can just write that down. So in here I am writing professional tax for the entire year, that is 2,400 rupees. So again that gets calculated automatically. Now if you have any house property in your name, then you can just select this and you can write self-occupied. If you have it a let out, then you can do it let out. I am clicking on self-occupied. If you have given your self-occupied house on rent, or you are receiving any amount of rent, whatever be the situation, you can fill up the values over here. Once you fill up the values over here, then the value gets calculated. So I'm not just writing over here anything. Okay, suppose if you have any income from other sources, then that is also coming over here. Income from other sources, see, amount is being shown because I'm having some income from other sources. Now if you have some extra income that is not being shown over here, then you can write those datas over here in the green places. You have to write the nature of income and you have to write the amounts over here. See the nature of income, here's a drop down is coming. So here they are showing you if you have something from income tax refund, if you have an interest received, if you have an interest from savings bank, if you have any family pension, etc, etc. So you can select this from this drop downs and you can write the amounts over here. It gets added. In any of these cases, any of these Excels, you have this option of add rows. If you have something more to write, you can do a add row over here. Over here also we have a add rows over here. See, I just missed that out that time. So over here, see, in the nature of exempt allowance, we have a add row over here. Okay, so this is the thing. Now next we come to the next part, that is over here retirement benefits. There are various things, dividends, there are various things. So if you have any dividend, that is coming directly over here from your data. Okay, now over here after that what is happening, see, it is showing that gross total income is coming to this. So what is being done? The total thing is being added and it is coming over here. Okay, so now next, now when we come to this part, deductions, since we are doing it in the old regime, so therefore in the old regime what is there? In old regime you are going to get various deductions. Now those deductions amount you are not going to write over here. What we are going to do is, wherever there is a hyperlink, those hyperlinks are having various spaces over here in the bottom of the Excel sheet. Okay, so in this hyperlink lines, in the hyperlink rows only you will find columns over here. If you are not having hyperlinks, then in that case you have to directly put on the values over here in the green boxes. So everyone more or less is having something in ATC. So what we do, see, we find down over here where is the ATC and we click on ATC over here. We come up with this page. Now when we come down to this page, see, I have zoomed it so that it gets easier for you. So here, say suppose you have a ATC, you have 2 or 3 things. So what we will have to do, we are going to write the value. Say suppose 50,000 I write for a LIC. So what we are going to do, I have written the amount 50,000 over here. For LIC, you have to type the LIC number over here. Okay. Again, say suppose you are, since here they are wanting the policy number or the document identification number. Say suppose you are having a fixed deposit of 60,000. So I am writing 60,000 over here and you are going to write down the fixed deposit account number. Okay. Now next, you are, say suppose having a ELSS fund, say suppose of 50,000. Okay. And over here you can write down the ELSS value over here, the policy, the document number over here. So it is showing that the total of the deduction under ATC that you have given over here. So then after that you can just click on this validate ATC. Once you click on this, they show ATC is okay and you click on this okay, right? So till here it is done. Now we once again go to the income details, that is the first page. So see, whatever data that I had given over here is 1,60,000. That data has come out over here as the amount 1,60,000 and system has calculated that 1,50,000 can be an exemption value for me. Now after that we have ATD. In ATD also over here we have a page of ATD. We click on ATD and here again we can fill up the data. This is for senior citizen, and if you are not a senior citizen, then in that case you can write the data of your family over here. That is your name, who is giving the Mediclaim, the policy number over here you can type, and say suppose I am writing a name. I'm giving a policy number over here, the health insurance amount for your help. Say suppose I'm giving 40,000 health insurance amount. Okay, so it gets calculated, therefore over here it is coming. See, over here it is showing the amount that I have written over here. If you have more than one health insurance, you can just put on the values over here with the data. Okay, now next, if you are having any health checkup of a senior citizen, then in that case, if your parent is a senior citizen, you can write the name of the parent. You can give the policy number over here and you can write the value. Say suppose I am writing 50,000. Okay, so I had written 40,000 in the insurance value and over here I have written 50,000. So this eligible amount that is coming over here is 90,000 total. Now I come back to the top of the page and here I have an option of validate. So I again validate it and it is showing that ATD is okay. So I click on OK. In this way, you have to fill up all the data that you are having. Say suppose you are having any medical requirement of any dependent. Say suppose you are having any medical requirement of a dependent who is having a disability of autism or cerebral palsy. So in that cases, you can just go to this page, that is ATDD. This option is the next option. Over here you can select the nature of disability. Over here once you select, you get a drop down. You can give the details over here, the disability level. Say suppose I am giving severe disability So once I'm clicking on severe disability, it is showing that the type of disability you have to give autism, cerebral palsy or multiple disabilities, and here the amount gets automatically pasted, but for that you will have to give the acknowledgement number of form 10IA filled over here. Similarly, the same value you can give over here also, it's a repetition. So if you have this, then only you will give this. If not, then this will not get validated. Once you do this, please validate from here. Say suppose I have not written any number over here and I want to validate this. It is showing me that acknowledgement number is not given. So this is a mandatory field and no fraud can be done over here. Okay, so I'm clicking on OK. And I'm removing this because I'm not having any acknowledgement number, but if you are having any situation in this case, so you can write this over here. Okay, so the same is with 80DD also. Now next, once again I move on to this income details page. I move below. Anything else you are having, you can just fill it out over here, like the payment of pension fund, the payments pension fund scheme with our central government, whatever else you are having, you can write over here. Okay, so now everything gets calculated, and in this, say suppose you are having any interest on loan for higher education, then that also you can write over here, the interest on loan, the interest take from house residential property. For residential property, say suppose you are having anything, so in that case you have to go to those pages. All the pages are given over here. Say this is the page for residential property, higher education, all the details you can write down over here. Proper details should be filled in, else the page is not going to validate, and every data you fill in, you have to validate that from this place. Okay, so in detail you have to do this thing. So be very minutely, please fill in all these data, and once you put all this data, see I just wanted to write over here something, it is not allowing me to write down. Okay, so always remember this, that proper data can only be filled in. Even you have a special column over here this time, that is purchase of electric vehicle. So that data also you can populate over here. If you have any donations to any charitable institution, you can write that data also. Okay, so in this way you can fill in the entire thing, and then finally we come down to this place, that is over here. It is calculating my total deductions and it is showing my total income over here. Now what we see is, we come down to this place where they will be showing me my tax. Now for that, what I am going to do is, first I will have to go to the taxes paid and verification page. If I come to this page, I will see that whatever tax I have given previously, that is not being shown. Okay, so for that what I will have to do is, I will have to go to TDS. I will click on this TDS page, and over here I have to write down all the data that I have. See, they are showing over here, the TAN details are required, the credit amount is required, and I have to verify the tax paid from form 26AS. I click on OK and I get this page. So our work will be in the first part of the page, that is over here. Other things we are not going to look at, since this is from salary. You have to give an institute stand number over here. You have to write the name of the deductor. You have to write the income, that the total income that is chargeable under salary, and this total income chargeable under the salary should match with this value. See, the value that you have written over here, suppose the value that I had written in the gross value over here, salary as per section, this 12 lakhs has to match over here. Okay, so this 12 lakhs is gonna match over here, should match. And if you are having something more, you can write. And then the total tax that has been deducted over the year, that is also needs to be written over here. Say suppose I have written over here 3,30,000 4,000. Okay, so once I go to validate it, it is showing that my TAN number is not written. If you have written a TAN number, then it will validate it. Okay, and once you validate this amount is going to come in income details. So in this income details, if you can validate it, then in income details the value will be coming over here, and the place of total tax and the tax, if you have to pay more tax as per their calculation, that will also be shown over here. So the balance what you have to pay, or the details will be shown over here. One information that everyone needs to remember that you have to give is in the tax paid and verification page, that is over here your name, your parents' name, your PAN number, the date on which you are filling up the details, your PAN number, everything will be written over here. Only this place will not be written. So in this place you will have to write down Kolkata. So once you write down Kolkata over here, after that you can proceed. Now another information that they can show you as error is when you are going to save this data and you are going to calculate the tax, you will click on this calculate tax. In that cases you will see that the type of account, if not present, please give this through the drop down. See, when you click on the drop down, they ask for a savings current or a OD account or a CC account. So click on the savings account, and if you have two or more than that, then do it for all the types of account and then do calculate tax. Once again we come to income details and we come up over here in this tabs that are written over here. Now you will have to save this page over here. You are saving this page, and or Control S, or you save it from there. If you want to print this entire details that you have written, then you can click on print, and if you want to just save it, then you can do this. Okay, how to generate the JSON file, that you will have to upload it in the website. You will be clicking over here generate JSON file, and this gets created. Click on OK. Click on OK once again, and OK once again. Over here you get this. If you have not filled in any data, then please fill in that data. Go back and fill in the data. Your details will be written over here. Whatever amount you have deposited as TDS will show over here, and then save JSON. So the JSON file has been saved. Click on OK. So this gets saved. Now we go back to the page once again. We go to the e-filing website. Here it has been logged out, so we will have to log in once again. Follow the same procedure. Now again we are going to follow the same method. Once we have logged in, we will be selecting original return, no, ITR type 1, ITR 1, continue, and we will go to upload. We will be attaching the file, and this is the JSON file that has been downloaded. So we'll open that. It is validating your return, and your validation is successful. So once your validation is successful, then we move on to proceed to verification. Now there we go to proceed to verification, and they are showing you whether you want to complete the verification process now. If you want to instant do it by Aadhaar OTP, then click on this and continue. If you want to go through postal method, then click on this and submit it within 30 days of the submission of this. If you want to do it via ITR 5, then you can select over here. So I am doing it through Aadhaar OTP, so I am selecting continue, and this is a page that is coming. Once you select this using Aadhaar OTP, then you can go through continue. Once you're doing this, you get I agree to validate Aadhaar OTP, generate Aadhaar OTP, and you get this. You will get a OTP in your mobile. Just write down that OTP. I am writing down the OTP. Click on validate. It gets validated and your return gets submitted. Select. If you select on this submit, your return gets submitted and you can no longer modify the details. So select on submit and see, you have successfully filed and verified your return, and your mobile number, your mail ID is being shown over here. So download the return. It gets downloaded, see, and download the receipt. It gets downloaded. Go to the dashboard. Here, if you view the ITR status, you can see that it is being shown over here, that your return is verified on 3rd June 2025. Now, once we have seen all the data, we have completed the return filed verification, then we click on the name and we log out from the page. So if you have liked the video, then please give a like, comment and share this video so that all the taxpayers can get to know about this information and can easily do the e-filing method from this video by seeing this video. So thanks for being with us for the entire time, and please subscribe the channel so that you can keep getting notifications on income tax details as and when I upload it